Welcome back to my video, man. You know what's up, man. See, we back like we never left in this bitch, But I ain't gonna do too much cursing, man, cause I just want to talk to y'all. I just want to keep it honest, have a real talk, You know how I do it, I ain't trying to like teach you anything, cause I really don't know anything. And when you know something, you know that you don't know something. And that's just philosophy 101. Oof. Okay, so sorry for that. So one thing is that I want to touch into this video is existential crisis. And existential crisis is like the feeling of lost, in life. To be honest with you, the feeling of like meaninglessness. That's why I should describe it as the feeling of like feeling like everything means nothing, and the feeling of feeling like, man, like your existence doesn't really matter. Like all the feelings. Like where is your existence going? What's your purpose? Like we're gonna touch all that in this video. We're gonna touch into like who are you? Sometimes you have conflicting ideas. Like I said, I'm a humble, crazy person, a walking contradiction. Like I'm a street nigga that went to college. So it's crazy. Because I like to sit here and tell you what to do sometimes, but like this video is not even gonna be about that. This video is just gonna be about us discussing ideas. It really should have been a live, but like I don't think I'm big enough yet to do lives where I can have a lot of people watching. So I'd rather do this, and then we can still do this topic one day on live. So yeah, so that's really what it's defined as. When I googled it, it was defined as the feeling of like dreadfulness, like not understanding what life really is, and all that. So and we'll delve into everything, religion and everything, and how all that how that all that correlates together. So yeah, so you grab your popcorn, grab whatever you gonna grab, and we're gonna, delve into this. First of all, it's like a lot of time we move through life like just, like blind, not even blind, but like dreaming, like we don't really be in reality, and we like to do that a lot because that's just human type behavior. We can't really handle the present, so we create the future to be so wonderful and so amazing today, to where we don't even enjoy the present. To be honest with y'all, so so to be honest, like because we do that a lot, we don't this existential crisis doesn't happen to most people a lot, like, and some people it really probably happened to them, but I can't speak for a lot of people. It don't happen to me. That's why I'm making a video about it, to be honest with you. But to other people, it might never probably have happened to y'all. So like I understand why, you will be like, man, like, what kind of video is this, man? I ain't finna watch this, man, this and that. I feel you, man. Unsubscribe, boom. Yeah, man. Shout out to the people, man, that be, like working out every day, man, and trying to support other people, and actually, uh, looking at what somebody else doing and actually giving them a hand and supporting them throughout their journey. Shout out to them. Shout out to my supporters. Shout out to all you guys watching this video right now, man. Before we even delve deeper and deeper, shout out to y'all. So because I have a duty to speak the truth on my channel. You know, I have the duty to be a soldier of the truth. To be honest with you, like, and I'm not saying like, I'm finna just be out here speaking the truth, trying to hurt people's feelings and all that. No, this is just the deeper truth that everybody needs to know. To be honest with you, that everybody kind of ignores, but it's really there. So, first of all, a lot of time, like, our existential crisis, doesn't happen because as soon as we young, we identify with groups. We say, oh, I'm black, or I'm white, or I'm Muslim, Fulero, from the people from the Congo. I'm Congolese, I'm Tanzanian, I'm Nigerian, I'm this and that. I'm Francian, the people from France. I'm in England. I'm the people from England. So I'm this and that. So we immediately have stuff to attach ourselves to. So to attach our egos and our self worth to. Or some people have like stuff, I say I'm handsome, I'm tall, this and that, I'm this and that. So it's like, I'm short, I'm this and that. You just have things you just, attach yourself to, and you feel like that is your that's who you are, But when existential crisis happen, it's like the opposite of that shit happen. It's like you realize that, hold on, like, maybe I ain't really like all this shit I prescribe myself to be. Like, am I really just a blood? Am I really just a crib? Am I really just a Muslim? Am I really just a Christian? Am I really just, like, a black man? Am I really just a white man? Am I really just, it's like all them identities that you give yourself, like, shadow, and you're looking at it like, nah, it's like I'm like a drop in the ocean. That's where existential crisis, start happening, when you realize that, man, like, maybe I don't have that much of an impact like I think I do. Maybe them is existential questions. Like, there's a whole lot more. Maybe there's so much that I don't know. Like, when you running in through life, you thinking you know a lot, you know everything. You start realizing maybe there's something that I don't know. So it's like, and when you start realizing that there's something you don't know, it's like, it's crazy, man. That like, you start, you can depress, man. You can get depression, man. You can feel like, man, then you be living so much in this much knowledge, but you ain't never tapped into this type of knowledge. You never tapped into other type of knowledge. It's like your knowledge being limited, the whole time, And when you see this whole other knowledge, it can make you depressed, and you can feel like, man, even this might not even be shit. It could be way more other knowledge than this, So all that, man, is making you, like, giving you existential crisis, like, for real, like, you know, sometimes, like, life can hit us, like, money situation, this and that, and you realize, well, when life hits you like that, you realize, man, like, this is, what the fuck, like, I'm hopeless in this situation. What can I do? You realize you can't do nothing. And those are literally what's called, circumstantial. What's called circumstantial. Those are what's called circumstantial. Not circumstantial. My bad. I said I was wrong. Existential crisis. Those are what's called existential crisis questions. I had a friend. He used to like to talk to me about this. His name is Ali, whatever. He was like, man, I'm going through existential crisis, whatever. And I was like, man, we all go through that, this and that. But I really, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I really had never went through it as deep back then. So like I was just you was just something that I knew existed, where I didn't really never really experience it like a lot. So that's all I'm saying. It's like when you realize, man, like you just like a drop in the ocean. That shit gonna make you humble, man. That shit gonna make you humble. When you realize that society, they can lock you up, man. They can put you away by yourself when nobody, is there to help you. When nobody is there to hear you cry, man. Man, that shit gonna make you humble, man. I promise you. And you gonna realize what existential crisis is really about. Like the feeling of hopelessness, like literally the feeling of like, man, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. The feeling of that, like that shit is not right, man. So it's like, like I'm not trying to make this video depressing, man. I'm just trying to make this video as real as I can make it. So what do people do to avoid it, or to distract themselves from that? Like I said in the beginning, we have these dreamlike states that we like to be in, all the time. Like, in whatever we're doing, we like to be in like this dreamlike state. I might even be in it right now trying to make these videos to you guys, so it's like we like to be in these so we don't deal with our own situations, so that's what we like to do. And because of that, like, we can't it's like we don't come in contact with reality a lot. We rarely visit reality. It's like we always like to live in our dreams, live in our, tomorrow, live in our, some people heaven, some people waiting for heaven, like, so, it just, man, it's just, I don't know, I'm just keeping it real, like, it's like, it can feel bad, man, it can feel real bad, man, like, it can feel like, nothing matters, it can feel like, you should just give up, it can feel like, man, like this, this ain't even, life, this and that, it can feel real fucked up, but at the same time, man, once you navigate those waters, man, once you learn how to, navigate those waters, you'll be okay, man, you'll be okay, But one thing you gotta understand is, you're not alone. You're not alone in that. Like, you ain't the only one that's going on. That got that shit going on. Like, for real, like, a lot of people do. A lot of people have the existential crisis going on. A lot of people experience a whole lot of questions inside their head that they never ask you. Like, I got so many questions. I can't ask nobody because nobody knows the answer to it. So of course, I experience existential crisis. Like, and sometimes we can experience it and we could cure it. We could cure it like by quickly having a little dream-like state when we go on thinking like our dream and this and that ain't gonna make everything okay. We never gonna think about that. Even if when we achieve those dreams, that's the fucked up shit about it is, well, even when we achieve those dreams, we still have questions. We still and sometimes that's when we actually, visit our existential crisis, when we realize, man, where I've achieved this dream, but like I haven't really like, feel any better. I haven't really like, changed who I am. Like I'm still the same person. Like and or I'm like, you still, or I still feel the same. Maybe I'm not the same person anymore. Maybe I have more money now. Maybe I have more, followers or whatever now. But like at the same time, it's like I still feel the same. It's like that's because like you getting hit with a existential crisis. Like it hits everybody. It don't matter who you are. Like poor, like rich, fat, ugly, like anybody, you can get hit by it, And this video, I don't really make it. I don't want to make it depressing, man, but like I just want to make it real, So yeah, you can read books though. Like books can take you out of your mind a little bit. Books can put you in somebody else's mind, and you kind of see things clear a little bit, But it's like our consciousness, as I said before, it's like an onion. It's like as soon as you peel this one layer, there's more layers for you to peel. There is more things for you to discover. It's like the ocean of the consciousness is vast. You got like it's crazy, and and it's deep. It's like you can be on the surface level or you can go deep, and it just I don't know, it helps sometimes to just be able to go into somebody else's psychic and think a little bit like them, and then that be helping sometimes us, kind of like not think a little bit, not stay too much in our own crisis, in our own existential crisis, But like at the same time, it's like I told you I'm not offering you no solution, and there is no solution to this. Just listen to me, keep it real, man. You can make your own video like this too if you want to. Like I was listening to this lady today said, how everybody nowadays have like they don't want to do something because they feel like too many people doing it. A lot of people don't want to don't want to make YouTube channels because they feel like too many people already doing YouTube channels. Too many people already on YouTube. So. But like this other black lady, this African lady, she was like, man, if these people, are if like what makes something so devalued only because a lot of people do it, you eat, like a lot of people eat. You don't say I ain't gonna eat because a lot of people eat. You don't say that. And you ain't gonna say I ain't gonna pee because a lot of people pee, No, like if you want to do something, do something. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. I had that stuff about being a rapper. I was thinking like, what the fuck I want to be a rapper for everybody, rapping and shit. But like, I realized, if it's something I love, it's something I love. There's so many soccer players, So there could be so many rappers too, So it's like, and there are, So at the same time, it's like, you can't just sit there and just dwell into your own mind day and night. Sometimes that's why sometimes I make these videos, because as much as we like to hate that we don't like social media, we do, man. It take us out of our own mind. It kind of help fix this little bit of existential crisis that we have as human beings. Because right after we eat, no, after we eat and drink whatever, we don't be having nothing to do, so we be needing stuff to occupy our mind, So and if we don't have stuff to occupy our mind, guess what occupies our mind? Our existential crisis, So this is something that can help you, help anybody, So man, thumbs up, man, if you're still watching, man, because I realize, man, like watching long videos is like sometimes a pain in the ass, but guess what? At the same time, you still gotta if you still wanna gain all the information, if you still wanna really just fuck with the person that you listening to, you can listen to them from the beginning of the video to the end, because they're not just yapping. They prepare this video. They want to talk to you about something. Of course, that's why they're making the video. So so let's see how we try to solve existential crisis. Like a lot of us try to go to religion. That's why religion has so many like so many. I say religion has so many like customers, I guess, because they pay. Yeah, they pay, I guess, because I call them customers because they pay. But religion, some of us, in the streets, like, with like different gangs and stuff like that. Some people in like some people some people they do it with like achievement, achievement in life, like they want this much achievements, like they want this and that, all that it just be trying to cover up existential crisis, and it's okay to achieve stuff. I'm not saying don't ever achieve nothing, don't ever go for what you want, don't ever be what religion you want to be. Do what you want. It's your life, it's your soul, it's your mind. You can turn off this video right now if you want to, but like, I'm still talking, so of course you gonna respect me and let me talk, okay? Cause I'm a real G, for real. Like I'm keeping it real, and I don't have no like problem like keeping it real, like in this fake culture, you know, I try to be real, like even though sometimes, it can appear that I'm fake, but I try to be real, cause being real is the hardest to do, being fake is easy, it's very easy, and so like I rather try to do the harder things than to try to just do the easy things, just being fake, and stuff. So this video is not about being fake. So which it could be about, it's about existential crisis. Of course, people that are being fake are having existential crisis. They rather be fake, they could be liked by others than to go within themselves and love themselves, and and take care of their own, soul, because a lot of time it's like people want to do stuff for approval, or approvals of other people, but if you seeking other people approval, you're not gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna go nowhere in life. Like for real. Like people will say whatever. People will always, you know, you know, like literally, like I had somebody that told me all African people coming to America want to be superstars. That's why I'm making music. I was like, damn, you didn't even listen to my music, man. So it's like, don't seek people's approval, man. People's approval are bullshit, so don't do that, Make sure you seek your own approval, As long as you stamp something, you're good, Fuck what anybody think, to be honest with you, Sometimes you win some, you lose some. That's how life goes, And you gotta keep on balling, though, Yeah, so, another thing I want to talk about is like, let's talk about religion. Like it's like religion like tells you like, oh, you finna have uh, a heaven up here, you know, and that heaven you finna be living there, and you finna be living there, and it's finna be paradise, Everything will be fine, your money, your cars, you won't have to pay no bills, you won't have no stress, you won't get sick, you won't nothing. It's like everything will be fine, man. So it's like that's what they tell you religion is, So and because they tell you that's what religion is, you feel like, man, okay, I think I want that. You feel like, man, I want that, I don't want this life of pain and suffering and all that, So you go and you subscribe to them, because it's really just subscription, You subscribe to them, and once you subscribe to them, uh, You give them money and this and that. I'm not saying the money that go to religion never helped nobody. They probably did, it probably did, and they probably do. But I'm just saying, like, this is the process. You give them money, and they usually don't give you nothing but hope. They give you hope. And hope is very good. You need hope. I'm not saying you should lose all hope. I'm saying keep your hope. If it's helping you, keep it. When I need hope, I use it. So that's for real. Like, you know, ideas. You can use them. You can use them when you need them. Like hope when I need it, I can use it. So um, because sometimes it's good to stay hopeful. And not to feel like everything is, especially in this type of like video. I feel like hope is very something we all need. It ain't just because it's preached by religion. It's just something that we all kind of need. Just need to be hopeful because being hopeful can help us. Like not think too much about the situation tomorrow. Or another day. So that's one thing. So religion they give you that, and because of that, like if I ever say anything bad about religion, I apologize. I'm not here trying to bash religion. I'm not here trying to bash Christianity or Islam. I'm not here trying to bash anybody. To be honest with y'all, because who am I? Like I can't judge nobody. To be honest with y'all. So yeah, so religion does that. Even though people abuse it, this is something I also got to talk about too. I'm not bashing y'all, but like a lot of people abuse it. A lot of people take it as something that they should use to control others and to abuse others. By shaming them, and not just shaming them by telling people they will go to hell, if they this and that, there's a lot of ways you can tell somebody don't do stop, stop doing this. It ain't because you gonna go to hell, but it's because it's not good. You're just doing something that's stupid. Just don't do it. You don't you're not gonna go to hell, but you might get out the consequences. Like you might go to jail, or your wife might leave you, or like, or your kids might leave you, or just something, like just tell them the consequences that they're going to experience right here on this planet, so they can feel like they will, they can feel like, man, they can see it, and then they feel like, man, I don't want to go through that. To be honest with you, that's my point with religion. I also feel like whenever people go over there to like churches and mosques, I feel like people's lives should be changed. If they went there broke, I feel like y'all should try the best trying to get these people a job, trying to get these people something, and get them, moving. And if they went there, fat whatever, and they wanted to lose weight, and y'all can help them lose weight. Y'all can put them in a physical training program, help them lose weight. Well, if they want there emotionally broken, whatever, y'all should try do everything to lift these people's spirit, and and for real, don't just go and focus on the pastor and how he preaching that day and this and that. Don't focus on the singers, how they singing that day. No, that is not an entertainment building. For real, if motherfuckers want to come see y'all and entertain them, they will pay y'all to just entertain them. To be honest with you, a lot of people come there to get help. And that's why they abuse the church institution, and that's why I really don't, sometimes don't fuck with it. I like, even though I believe in the Most High, but I don't fuck with it. I feel like a lot of churches, a lot of mosques, a lot of them, they could house homeless people in them, and they could also like, they could house homeless people in them, and they could, also Of course they do feed people. They do feed homeless people. But not just house them, but they could also look for them for a job, and always, once money's like they should house them until they get a job, and once they get a job, they get enough money for them to stay in there on. Then they should let them go. They should be like that. So like the government shouldn't have to do that job. That's the job of like the institutions like churches and stuff like that, But the thing is, those institutions don't do that, But like I guess to some people they give them this existential crisis, answer, and that's it, And nobody ever questioned that answer. Nobody ever questioned uh, God being a beard, a long beard white man in the sky, and nobody ever questioned that, because everybody's scared, to say anything, and even though like, you know, even though we know that like if we're gonna talk about God and we're gonna talk about energy, we know that energy is a form in itself it can take any form, energy in itself can take any form, so you can energy is like it's like this spirit, it can take any form, so if God is spirit, then she probably don't have a form, and if some don't have a form, we can't even put gender to it, to be honest with y'all. So it's like I don't know, like I feel like a lot of religion they've also lost people because of that, because they try to a lot of them they try to put gender, and they try to put like characteristic to the spirit, um, I don't know, which is like water. Water doesn't have form. Water take whatever form of the shape that it's in, so it's like so I'm just speaking what I know, man, so wisdom, like they tell this is another existential crisis, like wisdom. Okay, let's keep it real. Like they tell you wisdom is good for you, go and seek wisdom, go and learn wisdom, But once you really know wisdom, you be crazy, man. You become crazy, because because and I'm not saying it crazy in the sense of like you crazy, you just sometimes you can even be like that. A lot of people that's wise don't even talk to people no more. They just stay to themselves, and they don't even interact with society. That's why a lot of really wise people, really wise monks, and all of them, they go away from society, and they live like in like a lonely existence in like a tent or something, like that, like that's not really a pick. That's not really something I want, Even though I love wisdom, but it's like but it's like I feel like wisdom can really drive you there, It's like a lot of things that you want in this life. It ain't just wisdom. It's like a lot of things that you want. You want them, but like you can get them and not be able to handle them, And sometimes wisdom comes from experience, and experience is not easy, You have to experience it, to get the wisdom, that you need, sometimes, Like I can tell you here on my podcast all day, but if you ain't experience it, you ain't gonna get the wisdom, like for real, So and because of that, like when you come to realize I had to go through pain to learn, man, that shit hurt, man. That's when you decide to teach other people. Even though a lot of them, for them to learn a lesson, they will have to go through some type of pain, through some type of trial for them to learn a lesson. But like for real, like yeah, man. So I understand. I understand that. You might be like, man, what's the point of this video now? You know, Yeah, that's exactly the point of this video. We have an existential crisis. That's literally the question we always ask ourselves. What's the point of life now? Literally, yeah. That's what I suggested. The stuff I would suggest a religion should do. They should try to do that. If they want to. But what I also suggest is like schools. They should try to teach some type of way of coping with the existential crisis. Because they don't even have like a philosophy class at school where people can just go and think about life, and write about that, think and express their thoughts, and it's like our thoughts are never really something that we are encouraged to express, It's like it's something that we are always encouraged to suppress, and it's crazy, and because until you feel like your thoughts are like the greatest, then you don't want to speak them. But like at the same time, like the greatest thoughts were the simplest thoughts. To be honest with y'all, So yeah, so at the same time, it's like when you when you realize that no institution in your life really did a good job of preparing you for this type of question, for this type of crisis, then you yourself you start implementing your own ways of trying to understand life or trying to navigate through it. Because if you look at it, um, if all you depend on is the institutions in your past, to help you deal with this type of crisis, then they're gonna fail you, because sometimes you're gonna feel hopeless, man. I don't care how much hope you have. Sometimes you will feel hopeless. Then what do you do when you feel like, man, hope doesn't work? What do you do? It's like they don't prepare you for all this. Like okay, they tell you to pray. But what do you do when you feel like prayer don't work? What do you do? You know, they tell you to go see people. So then what do you do when you feel like when going to see people don't work? What do you do? Stop. It's like stop stressing. Stop stressing. What do you do when you can't stop stressing and everybody tell you to stop stressing? What do you do? I'm done with the what do you do, man. Let me drink lemonade. Let me drink some lemonade, man. You hanging with Desire, man. If you just tune into this video, man, I welcome you to my show. I'm from the Congo. I like to speak about philosophy, different stuff, man. I'm a rapper. I got music. I like to play soccer. And yeah, that's about it, man. But we gonna keep going. We gonna keep going. Let me drink some lemonade, man, for real. And I got some good music background, and I hope that's come in your brain a little bit, because it's a busy world, Sometimes I just need some type of time to just calm my brain, calm my brain down and stuff. This lemonade good, y'all. Yeah, this lemonade real good. Okay, y'all. Man, thank you for keep watching with me. Thank you so much. Wyndham Shabiki Wangu. That means you my real fan. Like for real, like I know people act out here like you can't be people's fan and stuff like that, But Yes, you can. If you fuck with somebody, you can be their fans. You can, man, I'm your fan. To be honest with you. So like, it ain't nothing bad with that. To be honest. And if you don't feel like me calling you my fan, I'm not calling you that, man. It's just I'm calling the ones that feel like they're my fans. Okay, for real. So um let's see. So like it's like so they a lot of institutions they tell you different ways of finding meaning. Like let's say the school institution or just the work institution tells you, when you work, you earn, you provide. That's your meaning. That's it. With the other institution, like the church tells you, when you live good here and you manage to go to heaven, that's your meaning right there. And when you get to heaven, what you gonna do? You gonna worship God. For the rest of your existence, existence. And Islam probably tell you the same thing. Uh, um, you know, even the the gangs in the streets, they tell you, what's your objective? Man, nobody gonna fuck with you. If somebody fuck with you, they fuck with me. This and that. And sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not true. But like at the same time, it's like all these institutions that we go through like promise us things. And they don't really deliver. Like sometimes they don't deliver the promises that they give us. They just try to play on this like existential crisis that we have. And they try to literally just like a fishing like a fisherman trying to fish. They bait us with this existential crisis. They bait us with the answer to it. And because we have this deep down in us, we try to buy them. We really do. And that's it doesn't hurt to buy into them. But at the same time, they really just put you to sleep too. They really don't even when you buy into them, you become. That's why they say a lot of them. That's why a lot of it is like you become unconscious, whether or conscious, unconscious. And then whenever you wake up again, then you become conscious again from them. And it's like it's like I feel like sometimes how they say ignorance is bliss. The less you know, the better. And I feel like that's very true. When you in them and you just don't you just don't care. You feel like that's your identity. That's who you are. Then it's like you live. It's like you live really good. I ain't gonna lie to you. You live kind of really happy mentally. Because you don't really be having so much disturbance. Left and right. And then whenever you get out of them, you start feeling all these disturbances left and right. So it's like I feel what I feel why a lot of people, whenever they leave religion, they always go back to religion again. I feel why, because they always feel like that gives them, a lot of certainty. Because we always looking for certainty. Our certainty like fuck us up. When we don't feel like we're certain about something. We don't, we can't sleep at night. It's like for real, we can't sleep at night. It's like, so when we go over there, we get some type of certainty, and we go to sleep at night. And we always looking for some type of way to sleep at night. To be honest with you, if it's gonna be from sleep, from our guilt or whatever, if we was feeling guilty or whatever, whatever is gonna help us, make us go to sleep, we put it and help us go to sleep. We go to sleep, if it's gonna tell us everything is gonna be okay, everything is gonna be okay, and we go to sleep. So when you start realizing that all these institutions do that, you start realizing that, man, it gets deeper. You start realizing, man, what's happiness, if it can be faked. If you can be happy but not even be happy. If you can be happy in bliss. So you could be out here happy, but like to another person you're not happy, but you are happy. So like, what is it? Think about it, man. Just think about it. Like, what is it? If you could be like, if I could be doing this podcast, I could be thinking I'm happy, but another person could be out there looking and be like, man, this guy is not happy. This guy is miserable. This guy is, whatever they want to think. It's like, and that's why we gotta talk about perspective and all that in this video. It's like, yeah. So it's like, yeah. You know. So you could be in church dancing, thinking you got the Holy Ghost, but another person looking at you like you crazy, like you done drink some type of wine or something. For real, like that's just how it is in this world, no matter what you think you're doing, somebody might be looking at you like you're stupid, literally, like you crazy, like you don't know what you're doing, and to them you might be stupid and you might be crazy and you might not even know what you're doing, to be honest with you. But it's all about perspective, because you know when it comes down to like ideas, like no idea is bigger than the other idea, So it's like this video, like you might think I'm bashing religion, but religion have done so many videos to bash other ideas too. So it's like ideas, because they conflict, they're always, a lot of people always try to protect them, and stuff like that, and they will do whatever to, protect them. But I'm just keeping it real too. I'm just exposing stuff, even my ideas are not always like, concrete. Nobody's idea, you should always take them like as very concrete, because they could also be questioned, anybody's ideology, anybody's philosophy could be questioned, like, and because of that, you realize that, you just need to live free, you just need to be yourself, and live the life that you want to live, because a lot of people are doing things, saying things that they have no idea what they're saying or doing, literally, Some people just doing it for attention, some people doing it because, of a way of living, some people doing it because, other people are doing it, literally, So, yeah, so I'm keeping it real, man. So let's say you poor, okay? Let's say you poor and you want to be rich, and you work hard all your life, whatever, maybe not all your life, but you just work hard and you get rich, And when you get rich, you still feel the same way, That's because, like you was in your head thinking that when you get rich, you was gonna be this type of person, you was gonna feel this type of way, When the whole time you was making yourself feel miserable because you wasn't rich, But like And when you get to being rich, and it's like you can't even enjoy that. That's why I fuck with Wale song. He said ambition. He said, is it a dream? A dream? What's so hard to live it? It's like we always have dreams. But once we get through them, and it's like it's not easy to live them. And even if it's easy to live them, it's like you will still encounter obstacles. So it's like because you still encounter obstacles, it becomes it's like the picture that you had don't show up with the picture that you have now. And so of course when that happens, you hit another existential crisis, because when our reality don't correspond with our imagination, we hit another crisis, to be honest with y'all. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying, man. So all I'm saying is teach yourself. Teach yourself. You know, about stuff. Observe. Research. Listen to my viewpoint. Listen to somebody else's viewpoint. Pick your own viewpoint. And not just that. Not just that. Not just that, but just try to try to try to enjoy life, man. I understand. This video is not about me trying to give you whatever, and because just try to enjoy life. Try to enjoy whatever you do, man. Right now I'm trying to do this video, and I'm doing it, and I'm enjoying every process of it. I enjoy talking to you guys right now. I really do. I enjoy having to share my mind with you guys. I enjoy that. So try to do that. So it's like you can keep doing what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. And don't stop doing what you're doing because I made this video about existential crisis. No, just know that it is out there, it exists, but at the same time we can always navigate against around it, because it's like you can always navigate around stuff, to be honest with you, when you know how to sail the ocean, so the thing is, let's say you go to school, for those of y'all, you go to school and you get a degree, or in psychology, whatever, and you can't get no job, and you over there sitting at home having a mental breakdown and the mental existential crisis, and you like, what the fuck, what's going on? Why did I just spend all these years in school and I didn't get no recognition by getting the job immediately that I want and love, So it's like all that just run through your mind, and you feel abandoned, neglected, you feel like shit not working for you. That shit, a lot of times, when we feel like that, when we feel like that, it's like we want to run, we want to hide from people, we want to sometimes we even want to hurt people. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes we want to show people we feel how we feel, and it really don't help nothing, it really don't help, it just makes shit worse, stuff like that, So I suggest that you take life step by step, man. You take life, one punch by one punch. It hit you hit back, you keep going, you keep rolling your boat, to be honest with you, Because if you don't, it will like you in a corner and keep punching you and punching you and punching you. You know, to be honest with you, you know. But the thing is, I want you to know something. It's like every day pretend you on the beach, man, and it's sunny and you know and it's bright, you know, and you don't have no thoughts in your head and you just seeing like all the water, you know, like everywhere, you know, you're not seeing no trees or nothing, you just seeing water, and you know you can see the horizon over there, you know. So that's why I want you to imagine sometimes to just clear your mind and stuff like that, you know, because you can, you can. So another reason we have existential crisis is whenever we subscribe to ideas and they don't actually pan out to be the way we want it, or the way they don't pan out to be true like we thought, then or they don't pan out to be as good as we expected or we thought they was gonna be, then we have another existential crisis, you know. When our mind and our reality don't correlate, yeah, we have an existential crisis. You know, like when we have like sometimes we have like like sometimes you think only the internet can make your mind foggy, but sometimes no. Sometimes also subscribing to just different shit in life, doing a whole lot of shit can make your mind foggy. Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was in the streets just doing anything, man, like I ain't gonna lie to you. My mind was foggy. Cause I wouldn't even remember, stuff. To be honest with because I would just do different stuff. Like, and it feels like it's something cool, whatever, when you're young. But looking back at it now, like I could have just chilled my ass at home, bro. To be honest with you, I could have just chilled my ass at home, watch a movie or something, like literally, So don't be out here, man, trying to earn a name or an image and all that shit, man. Like that shit don't give you nothing, Fuck an image, fuck a name. Just be you, image or a name would never make you anything, Like, to be honest with you, and most people don't care about your image or your name, Like, to be honest with you, like, as much as you think, they don't, They might fuck with what you doing and stuff like that, but like, do you really think they deeply, deeply care about your image, Do you deeply, deeply care about me right now, even though you watching me? Keep it real. I can say no, And I probably don't really, really care about you, even though I'm making this video for you, It's just a mutual transaction, really, I'm putting stuff online, you watching stuff online, So like, some of y'all have stuff online that I watch, So it's like, it's not like, it ain't like y'all really care about me, It's just the stuff that I'm putting out, To be honest with you, and sometimes it's the stuff that you guys putting out, So yeah, so welcome to my video if you just coming in, like we talking about existential crisis, y'all. We talking about existential crisis. That's what we on today. Yeah, so another thing is like this is the only reason why I don't want people to commit suicide. Because how about if really there's reincarnation and you gotta come do it do it over again. Think about that. That way, there is really reincarnation. You gotta come back here and do it over again, and then you wouldn't come back. If you come back and you fail again, you die again, then you come back and do it over again. It's like, come on, man. Not just that. Like, I feel like that's cowardness to kill yourself because like it's like this life is it's already like hard. For everybody. Even though you think it's by yourself, it's just hard for you, but it's hard for everybody. So it's like, when you realize that you don't need to kill yourself. The only reason you feel like you want to kill yourself is because you probably think that you're the only one going through the shit that you're going through. But you're really not. A lot of people go through that. A lot of people go through struggle. A lot of people go through pain, through trials, and through tribulation. So don't ever think that you're the only one. So yeah. So what else I want to talk about? Okay, what else I want to talk about? You know, and I appreciate you hanging with me, man. I appreciate you hanging with me. I appreciate you spending your night, day, whatever with me. Giving me your time. That's very valuable. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of time people don't talk about philosophy because they feel like it's too deep. People don't get there because they feel like, man, they're gonna ruin the vibe and this and that. Like, I really don't care about ruining the vibe with anybody no more. I don't. I really don't. I used to care, but I don't. Now I just care about making my money. You know, that's just that. I care about being expressive. Expressing myself. It doesn't matter if it killed the vibe or not. If you like me, if you don't like me, that's on you. I'm never gonna come and ask you for nothing. Then and if I do, it's up to you to help me or not. You can choose to help me or you can choose not to help me. And so like I'm just speaking because this video, somebody might watch it that care about me might watch it, too, and it might help them. Like somebody that that I care about might watch it and it might help them. And you that I don't know, if you watching this, it might help you too. I'm just saying like stop looking at your life like you are the only one in this world. That's why you might try to kill yourself. No, don't do that. There's so many people, man. There's so many people with the same problem. There's so many people going through trauma, going through trials, going through this and that. But if you're looking at it, but like you're the only one, then I guarantee you're not gonna feel, never ever gonna feel that good about life. So yeah, man. So subscribe, man, to the channel. Like, share, and stuff like that. Only thing I can tell you is learn yourself. Learn yourself, accept yourself. You know, love yourself. You know, also learn others too, accept others too, and love others too. Don't just do this for you. Because you still gotta share space with others here on this planet. Even though you don't have the same mind as them and they don't have the same mind as you, but you still gotta share space with people on this planet. Like it doesn't matter if you think red is the better color than blue. You still gotta share space with the people that love red. And the people that love blue. Y'all can still be in the same neighborhood and not hurt each other. Literally. So I'm just saying like You know, like sometimes if we don't, if we don't speak on stuff like this, we get people that's lost. We get like kids out here just trying to be anything, like because they don't have no direction, man. That's why my other song called, like Lost, No Direction. It's called Expression, but like it goes like they're lost, no direction. Right, my expression, free my people, from oppression. You can change your situation. Stop the contradictions. I've been high, I've been low, and there's a never same. Bro, like because it's like we all have a lot of contradictions, actually, yeah, let's not end this video yet, y'all. Come on, y'all, for real. We all have a lot of contradictions, man. Like some of us like to be soft spoken to, but like also we also like when people are clear and precise. It's crazy. It's like 1 minute, like you want this thing, the next minute you want this thing. It's crazy. It's like I also I say I'm a crazy humble person. It's like sometimes I'm crazy and sometimes I'm humble. It's like even though I'm learning, like I'm really learning not to be crazy, not to act out just on stupid shit. Like I'm really learning that. But because I'm still human, I've done that. Like but yeah, so it's like I'm a combination of a lot of things, and so are you. It's like, and we all are. It's like we sometimes we feel like we're only one personality, but we can be we can be a whole lot of personalities. Like we can be so many things. It's like I'm like, man, like and what it fucks you up is when you hit when you so used to one personality and the other one strikes, and you have like existential crisis, and you like, man, like like hold on, like this was the personality I was used to, but this is my other personality. Like, damn, do I have two? Do I have three? Like, damn, I got four. Damn, I got five. Somebody told me they got a million personalities, and I believe them, I can't judge them, but like that's also what gives us a lot of existential crisis, like identity, like when we feel like who we are, like who are we, like like sometimes we feel like we are our neighborhood, our gangs, our religion, our this and that, but a lot of times when we realize we not that, yeah, identity crisis, boom, so. So what should we do about identity? I feel like we shouldn't focus so much on identity. I feel like we should focus so much on more on like who we are than what we identify as. So like a lot of people want to identify as Christians, but like they should just try they should try more to just be nice if they are Christians, or Muslims, or Bloods or Crib, whatever. They should try to be, they should try to be some type of way than try to identify with some type of thing, like to be honest with you, So that's my take on that. It's like, don't ever feel like your identity to something will change your character. No, it won't. It's a lot of niggas that's blood that can't fight. That ain't. But if you want to learn how to fight, just learn to fight. And it's a lot of niggas that's Crips that can't fight. And if you want to learn how to fight, just learn how to fight. And you can be Crips if you want to. You can be Bloods if you want to. But like, is that really? What's the reason why you want to be there? You gotta always know why you want to be something. Some people want to be here because their mom and dad was there. They just want to represent whatever. I ain't got no problem with that. But somebody that just want to join because they feel like it's cool, you know. Their mom and dad wasn't there, this and that. Come on, man. Man, you just, you know, I ain't even trying to talk about that, but you know, I'm just saying, like, you know, even if you join, don't never just look at it like your identity. That's your final identity. That's how you should just act all day. I'm a crook. I'm a crook. I'm a blood. I'm a blood. Man, that's cool, but at the same time, you know, like, you know, and I respect you, you know, for that, you know. But I'm just saying, oh, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm a black man. I'm a black man. I'm a white man. I'm a white man. You know, like, come on, like, all that is, it's all cool. It's like, you know, but at the same time, it's not really gonna advance you, man. To be honest with you, you know, it's not really gonna advance you. You can advance in life, you know. There's so many things that you can do to advance, you know. So many ventures you can venture out and learn things and stuff like that, you know. And yeah, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you, you know, like I used to just listen to rap music, but like now it's like I listen to so many other music, you know. I venture out on my journey, you know, like I don't just listen to rap music no more, you know. So yeah, so that's my take on that. It's like, you know, just because I realized I wasn't just rap music, you know, like, you know, if just rap music, just talk about the streets, whatever, you know. I wasn't just about the streets. I was also about, you know, love, family. You know, I was also about, you know, a lot of other shit. You know, like, you know, education, like this, stuff like this. You know, I'm also about, you know, just performing for the sake of performing. You know, like, to be honest with you, you know. So when I realized, you know, I was doing myself like not, you know, not doing myself a favor just by listening to one genre. You know, I started listening to other genres. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I listen to country music, like, for real. Like, I listen to of course, Afro beats. I listen to reggae. I listen to, you know, bongo flavor. You know, I grew up on bongo flavor. That's Tanzanian music. You know, it's like I listen to a lot of music now. You know, and it also, you know, it also give me like some type of, like, you know, flavor to my ears, because I realize, you know, even if you like rap, you just listening to rap all day will just make you feel like everything sounds the same, you know. And even if you like R&B, just listening to R&B all day will make you feel like everything sounds the same. So like sometimes you switch it, you know, like, you know. So yeah, so I feel like in life you can also do that with yourself, you know. Like sometimes, you know, because you don't just have a mind with one idea. You have a mind full of ideas, you know, and sometimes those ideas conflict each other, you know. So it's like some days you act out this idea, the next day you act out the other idea. So it's like, you know, and it's crazy, you know. It's like sometimes those two ideas are totally different, and people look at you like you're crazy, you know. Why would you do this today and do that tomorrow, you know? So just be careful with that, you know. It's like, you know, and in that stuff like that, that's what makes us have, like, you know, like existential crisis, you know. Because then we start, you know, thinking, where do we belong? Do we belong with this idea, or do we belong with that idea? You know, like, you know, how do we, you know, uh, navigate in this world? You know, yeah. So, yeah, man. I suggest, man, you watch my other video if you want, man. You know, like, I just talk about some real shit. I got a video on reprogramming your mind. I have a video on anxiety and depression, you know, and other videos. I have like 3 good songs that I think you can like, you know. They on my channel, you know, and yeah, a lot of other shit you can watch, you know. But till next time, man, you know, like, it was nice hanging with y'all, man. You know, I fucked with everybody that fucked with me, man. You know, do a little subscribe, a little like, whatever. You know, if you want to support me, man, you know, Cash App is $DEZIRE. 95. So till next time, man. Love you guys, man, for just watching my video. Okay, like brotherly love, sisterly love, whatever you want to call it. Just thank you for being with me this whole time, man. Even though I could have went deeper, but slowly, we can always go deeper. We even expand on this topic another time, and yeah, and tell me what you think about it, though. Don't forget about tell me what you think about it. Tell me how do you experience existential crisis. Tell me, like when did you experience existential crisis, and how did you heal from it? Maybe my other viewers want to know. So that's it, man. Peace in Swahili we say Kwaheri. That means goodbye. Kwaheri. I leave you with a smile, man. Goodbye, bro.